In this video, we're going to talk about going from allies to enemies. An unexpected battle erupts between Jessica Priest, Spawn, and the Scorched. Alrighty then, this is a comic book review of The Scorched, issue number 32, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. So previously in The Scorched, Jessica Priest and the Scorched finally come face to face in a battle none of them anticipated. But before we go forward, we have to go back hours ago. After weeks in captivity, helpless and in pieces, his brain attached to machines and used as an organic supercomputer, the cybernetically enhanced former mafia assassin known as Overkill is free from an imprisonment courtesy of Jason Wynn and the government cover ops organization known simply as the Agency. But Overkill's mind is still focused on his incarceration. He thinks back to it, channeling his rage as Mark Rosen is testing him out before going back to the field. So before they go back to the field, Mark Rosen's like, hey man, your movements look good to me, but I think you'll be back to full functionality. It's all good. But Daniel Kilgore and the Redeemer are talking amongst themselves like, was it smart to bring Overkill back here? I mean, the guy's a maniac and a murderer. Yeah, we all have our blood on our hands, Kilgore, but when you get soft, you know, we do sometimes dumb stuff. But without Overkill's assistance, we'd still be in Jason Wynn's imprisonment. We'll still be his prisoners. And this is referencing The Scorched, issue number 30, when they were all imprisoned by Jason Wynn. They all escaped because of Overkill, but Jessica Priest is the only one that got left behind in the crossfire. So Mark does his thing, thinking about it, because he's distracted because he's no longer Medieval Spawn. Medieval Spawn can't form to him because of the events that happened in Spawn issue number 350, but he's making sure Overkill is back in action. But they have this comedic talk like, you know, we're gonna figure this out sooner or later if it was worth bringing back Overkill, because you know why? Jason Wynn has gotten Jessica Priest, and we don't know if Jessica Priest is dead or if Jessica Priest is gone, but we don't know. But we got Overkill on our side to kind of carry on with this mission right here. So they deal with the funny moment where Overkill is just chugging beer like it's a college freshman at a USC football tailgate. And why am I so related on that example? Because when I was a freshman at Cal State Fullerton, my first beer bong was at a USC football game at USC campus at a tailgate. I was underage, but you know what? Who gives a damn? Who keeps track? All right, so guilty as charged. So Mark gets a ping that they gotta hit in China because courtesy of him planting a spyware in The Scorched issue number 30 at the agency headquarters. So it's coming from China. So what's in China? Well, the Scorched and Jessica Priest and her team is carrying on a mission by Jason Wynn are back in China. So Hunt is like, okay, stand aside, you ain't going nowhere. Zab is going back with us. And Jessica Priest is like, look, I'm not looking for a fight, boys, but I will if provoked. So I suggest that you stand down. And Frank Bishop is like, yo, girl, is this a smart move? Because remember, in a couple issues back, Jason Wynn told him that if Spawn dies, Frank Bishop dies. If Frank Bishop dies, Spawn dies. Their survival is hinged on each other. So Jessica Priest is like, I ain't giving a damn in the moment. She throws down a light bomb just to create a diversion. They run, and Jessica Priest is like, good, they underestimated us. That'll be their mistake. So Frank Bishop was like, okay, speaking of unexpected, this brother's like, oh, hell to the no. You can't take Zab with you. You've got something that belongs to me, and I intend on taking it back. Then you will pay for your trespass. And Jessica Priest is like, General Zyrin, our target. And Zab was like, I ain't going back with him. He's gonna dump me into his nuclear reactor. He thinks it'll jumpstart my powers and his plant. So the split atom is the most powerful energy created by mankind. Spawn doubts it'll be enough power to restore Zab's hell-given power. So General Zyrin just orders them to kill him. But before this monster goes in and is about to do work on the powerless crew, Overkill goes in like, nah, bruh, I got this. You won't get Zab, Spawn, and neither will anyone else. So the Scorched go in, but Hunt is the only one with powers. Forgive me on my blooper on that. So Hunt is the only one with powers because he is not affected by heaven or hell. It's something in between. We don't know what it is, but hey, he's got to do what he's got to do. So Spawn knows that her only chance to survive is to join forces with her former group, using all their tactical strength as a united front, at least for as long as it takes to batter the general's troops. Then it was time to switch her tactics and change her goals, meaning that when they were distracted and everyone else was occupied, she had to make a run for it. But Mark Rosen, using the skills that Jessica Priest has taught him, uses a sniper and distracts and shoots at Jessica Priest's feet like, you ain't going nowhere, baby girl. And Jessica Priest is like, oh man, I guess I taught the brother a little too well. So they're pinned and they realize it. So one battle comes to an end as Overkill just rips this monster in half, and they got a little standoff right now. So as we look at this standoff, we don't know what's gonna happen, but I am standing off with me and an empty cup right here because this video is sponsored by coffee. So if you'd like to buy a boy a cup of coffee, link in description, or donate to the Super Thanks, because I do these reviews early in the morning before I take my kids to school or to work before I go to work. But the greatest compliment you guys can do is by liking this video and subscribing to RatedComics YouTube channel. With all that being said, let's get back into the content. So this standoff still remains unresolved, and Hans is like, we're taking Zap. More specifically, I'm taking him, and I don't give a damn how we do it. Wynn's not touching him. And Jessica Caprice is under that mind control of Jason Wynn, like, I have my orders. Then stop talking and let's do this. So Hans is like, okay, well, I don't want to hear you complain that I didn't give you a chance, because I did, as he uses his ectoplasm to impale Jessica Caprice all over, and that's fatal. And Frank Bishop is under the realization, like, yo, if this girl dies, I am dead. So Frank Bishop tells Hans, you realize, you idiot, what you have done? Go to hell, Bishop. You're next. Redeemer's like, yo, Hans, slow down, bro. You out of control. They take Zap. It takes Hans nearly a minute for his heartbeat to stop racing for some level of clarity to set in. They have what they want, which is Zap. So they'll save their energy for Jason Wynn, and that'll happen soon enough. So they have to leave She-Spawn, the traitor, bleeding out like that. So they take her back to Jason Wynn in his lab. But Jason Wynn is like, okay, Hans did a pretty number on Jessica Caprice, but he didn't attack or didn't pierce any of her vitals, so she'll recover. And his assistant's like, yeah, but she lost the acid, but our secondary objective of stopping the general succeeded. Yeah, says Jason Wynn, but my main goal was to always test Jessica Caprice's loyalship, and she proved exactly that. She went up against her team, her ex-teammates I'm talking about, and because she was willing to stand up against him and potentially face certain death, she did not wage from that. So Jessica Caprice has passed Jason Wynn's test, and his concerns about her have been alleviated. And that is the end of The Scorched, issue number 32, From Allies to Enemies. An unexpected battle erupted right there. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. Also, link in description if you wish to add this comic book and or any of our other limited print Rated Comics exclusives to add to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. With all that being said, thank you again for watching. Until next time.